everybody, my name is Lina and welcome to my very first sketchbook tour. This is the 5th time that I record this, so at this point I'm not going to keep hoping for all my neighborhood to shut up for these videos. So yeah, if you get to listen to my neighbor's dogs barking or somebody talking in the background, I'm really sorry, but yeah. So, this year I decided to join Inktober, not knowing if I were going to be able to finish it, but we're already at day 15, and I think I've done a pretty good job so far. So I thought it would be really cool if I recorded this sketchbook tour. This is part 1. As I said, this is the day 15, and when the month ends, I'm going to release the second part. All of my Inktober drawings so far are in here. And in case you want to know a little bit about the supplies that I've used, I can talk a little bit about them. So the sketchbook I decided to use for this month is Fabriano sketch, and it isn't too big. It's an A5 and it has 60 pages. Obviously I'm not going to use all of them for Inktober. I will be using it still because so far I've been liking a lot this paper. It is really thick but not too much. It is not textured, which I like, and it isn't completely, it isn't completely white, and I like that. I don't know if you will be able to notice that, but it is kind of creamed color. And it has micro perforations, so when you finish a drawing you really like, you can just tear the page and save it or put it in a little frame or something. I really like it. So let's get started. The first day's prompt was the word swift, and I know I'm not the only one that drew Taylor for this prompt, but for some reason I couldn't think of anything else. I'm not really a huge fan of Taylor Swift, but hey, the drawing turned out okay, I guess. And if you're asking yourself why it looks like this, it is because I actually drew the first 2 drawings on regular printer paper before I thought of buying a whole new sketchbook dedicated for Inktober. And disclaimer, all of my Inktober drawings are colored in, as you may already have noticed because of the title. And I know there are a lot of people that have a big problem with that and believe that Inktober drawings should be pure black ink line art. And I feel you. I know that's the way Jake Parker does it, and I really understand your standpoint. The thing is that my style is using really vibrant colors, and every time I do the line art by its own, it always gives me this unfinished look. Well, at least my drawings do. So that's why I color them. It just brings them to life. So yeah, all of them will be colored, but the good thing is that I limited myself to only using Copic markers and a few Prismacolor markers. If you don't know them already, they are all alcohol based. So basically, by my standards, it is ink. So I guess I didn't deviate that much from the rule, since I didn't use watercolors, crayons, colored pencils and stuff like that. But yeah, I suppose everybody can do it their way and can use whatever they want, and this was my way, and I like it so far. In case you want to know a little bit about the other supplies I use, I can talk about some of them, and I will link below all of the supplies that I have used this month. One of the principal things the things that I used for almost all of these drawings for the line art was a Pilot Kaküno. It is a calligraphy fountain pen, as you can see. and I really liked it. It gives me this line variation that I really like. Other stuff that I use for the line art are these little babies. It is a Marvy, I suppose I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, I'm sorry. Marvy Uchida for drawing, and I use these two. First, this little Fineliner, 0.4 as you can already see, and this little brush pen. So yeah, these are the supplies I use for the line art, and these are some of the supplies I used for coloring. Plus, for the finishing touch, I am really used to using a gel pen, Jelly Roll. Like I said, everyone can use whatever they want. So yeah, those are some of the supplies that I used. Obviously, everybody can use whatever they want, and I will link all of the ones that I used and that I like the most in the description below. And now let's go to the second one. The second day had the prompt divided, as you can see here, and I know that when you look at this drawing, the last thing that comes to mind is divided, but I guess my mind works in mysterious ways, and this is what the word really inspired me to do. So yeah. The third day had the word poison or poison. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, and this is what I come up with. I know also, as with the Taylor Swift drawing, I know that a lot of artists used this as inspiration. A lot of artists drew the something Snow White related for this day, and I don't really mind. I am trying to push myself to be more creative, so it was a bummer that I wasn't the only one thinking about this, but come on, it is really iconic, and I really like Snow White, and I'm really trying to push myself on the following prompts to be a little bit more original. But yeah, I really liked and disliked this drawing. I liked how the apple looks. This is one of the reasons why I adore using white gel pens, because I love the effect it gives, but at the same time this drawing is kind of cringy for me. And some of the artists that are watching this, that know a lot of gesture drawing and anatomy, are already saying this drawing is awful. And yeah, I also hate this hand. Because if you haven't already noticed, and if you don't know already a bit of gesture drawing and anatomy, let me tell you, how many fingers do you see on this drawing? Yeah, maybe some of you might say 5, but no, because we have the thumb here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have other 3 over here. So yeah, this hand has at least 8 fingers, and I don't know, I find it funny. I like how it looks overall from the distance, but I really need to push myself and study a little bit more of anatomy and gesture drawing, which I will be working on from now on, because this is atrocious. So enough of roasting myself, and let's go to the 4th day. For the 4th day, the prompt was underwater. I don't have much to say about this drawing. I just tried to not make it look as Ariel, since all of my mermaids I usually draw look like Ariel, so I think I did a nice job with this one. It's cute, I suppose. So here's a little zoom of the drawing, so you can see the little details on the fin and the hair, all of that. Let's go to the 5th day, and I love this one. The prompt was long, and I love animals, so the first thing that came to mind was long animals, like an elephant's trunk, a giraffe's neck, and I was also going to draw an eel or a snail, or I don't know, something like that, another slithery long animal, but I really loved how this looked like, so I didn't want to ruin it with more stuff. Also, I was going to give this elephant a tiny body, and it was going to be stepping on a little tall chair, and it was going to be kind of funny, but I loved how this giraffe looked like. I'm in love with this giraffe. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit grumbly, and I'm sorry if my accent bothers some of you. I know my English isn't 100% polished, but yeah. The day number 6, like I said, I was thinking a lot about animals, so yeah, the prompt was sword, and I did this little simple cute swordfish. This was one of my first attempts on blending in Copic markers, and I really liked it. I need a little bit more of practice, but this is cute. This day I was terrified because I thought I lost my sketchbook, and that's why I drew on printer normal paper and then pasted it here once I found my sketchbook, which was at the next day. So yeah, the prompt was shy, and I thought, I don't know why, the first thing that came to mind was a little alien like arriving to Earth and being all shy to meet some humans, but I didn't want it to be too complicated. I was going to draw a normal gray bubble-headed alien, but I decided to go a stylistic route. So yeah, she's kind of cute. Number 8, we have Brenda over here. She's one of my lately OCs, and one of the characteristics that I really like about her is her crooked teeth. So that's why I drew her on this prompt. Yeah. Next day was Screech, and I couldn't think about anything more fitting for this prompt than a screeching owl. If you don't know this kind of owls, they are called screeching owls, and I suppose you may already know why they are called that way. It's because of the noise they make. And yeah, screeching owls have a really mischievous look to them, so I wanted to try and use that to my advantage, and I think it came out alright. I'm not 100% happy with this drawing, but he's I don't know, he looks like a little rascal. He looks nice. So yeah, that was day number 9. Day number 10 was gigantic, and I want to know how many of you fellas recognize this little guy. And his name is Clifford, the big red dog. I suppose that's the English title. He's my freaking childhood. I love Clifford. I actually have on my room, on my bedroom, a gigantic Clifford plushie, and that is why I decided to draw him, because I was trying to think about something gigantic, and I just looked at that plushie and said, yep, I'm drawing Clifford. So yeah, here's a little bit of fun art. Here, the prompt was run, and I decided to draw one of my OCs, which his name is Jack. Super creative, I know. He's a jackalope. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I'm sorry. But yeah, he's a little cutie. Day 12 was shattered. And I drew a little cute porcelain doll that was a little bit shattered. And I really like this drawing, and the only thing that I don't like about it is the cracks. But I suppose I couldn't leave them behind because that was the whole point of the prompt. So yeah, here is a little porcelain shattered cute doll. Day 13 was the word teaming, and I decided to draw a bunch of cats because I really obviously my first language isn't English, so at first I didn't know what teaming meant. Once I researched the word, I knew it was like things like kind of like a collage. At least that's what I got from it. So I decided to draw a little bunch of kitties. So yeah, here they are. They're really cute. I don't know, I like them. And I drew inspiration from one of my favorite YouTube artists. I'm going to link her down below. I don't remember how to pronounce her name, so I'm going to write it over here or somewhere. And I'm going to link her down below. She really inspires me to draw kitties and puppies and pets like that, of those sorts. So yeah, this kind of kitty style was inspired by her. I don't want to take the credit from it. So yeah, that was teaming. And my favorite day, I suppose, is the one that is coming here, and is the day 14, where the keyword, the prompt, was fierce. I don't know how many of you are going to recognize my little Adore Delano or where she is from. I'm going to give you a little second to read all the quotes. And yeah, I'm sorry about the cuss words, but yeah, I don't usually write. I was a little bit uncomfortable writing them, but I don't know, I love her. If you don't know her already, she's Adore Delano, and she's from America's Next Top Model? No! She's from RuPaul's Drag Race from season 6, and I really adore her, pun intended. Here are some of my favorite quotes from her, and yeah. And I got a little bit too enthusiastic about the quotes, and I forgot to leave a little space for the banner that says Inktober, they name fierce and whatever. Like I forgot to leave some space for that, so yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, as you may already know, the prompt for this day was fierce, and the day was 14. Bye bye, Adore. And we are here with today. And today is Inktober number 15. And the prompt was mysterious. So I drew this little witch because I figured I need to get into the Halloween spirit. And she came out nice. I'm going to admit this is one of my least favorite drawings so far on Inktober. But I like the concept, I like the shape I used, I like the colors. I could really try and recreate this concept and make it better. But yeah, I was a little bit uninspired today, so pardon me. And that was the whole part 1 of my sketchbook tour. I hope you liked it. And like I said, I'm going I'm going to link down below all of the materials I used for this first half of the month. And yeah, I hope you liked it, and see you at the second part. If you're watching this after Inktober was done, I'm going to link over here somewhere the second part, so you can watch it right after this one. And if it isn't out yet, it's because I'm going to release it the day of Halloween, because it's the day that Inktober finishes. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. This was my very first sketchbook tour. I hope you liked it. I hope my voice or accent wasn't too annoying. And yeah, I am planning on, I don't know, making more videos, making commissions, and making drawing challenges and stuff like that. So if you are interested on watching some of that stuff, please subscribe. That would mean the world to me. And hit a like if you liked any of these drawings. Sorry for being too rambly, and bye bye.